Marvelous.
Absolutely. Yeah, let's do that. So just going to share my screen.
The sharing of the screen will be okay.
Yeah, it'll be fine. So we go. Right. So this shows up.
Yeah. Okay.
So
we can see Copilot for HR. Yeah.
Cool. So this is a Copilot for human resources. And what we've done is we've loaded in policies and processes and procedures around HR into SharePoint, and we've set up a Copilot, and we've sort of explained to it what it is. That it's helping people get answers to questions, and this will allow us to do things. You can see that I've already been playing on this previous day. So where this comes really useful, and this is more of a Copilot thing, is that we can ask it questions around what please give us a summary of the company handbook. What are the things that I need to be aware of in that company handbook? And it will go off and look through it can be a Word document, PDF, and give me a summary of the details in the company handbook. So that's great. And eventually it will do that. So here we go. And, we get all the links to the citations and in here. And sometimes, the thing about these AI is it's non-deterministic. So every time it's going to be slightly different. And if we think about that from a Power Automate and AI's perspective, that's something which, again, might be a decision you make to use Power Automate when you always want the same result every time. That might be a reason to use Power Automate or a more traditional workflow tool. But whereas AI wouldn't, it won't always be the same. So it's just something to be mindful of when you're thinking about how you approach a solution. Anyway, so this will give me a summary of the handbook. I have to say it's not the greatest response back. I'm just going to go back up to this one, which was a little bit better because that's bringing in all the sections and in our handbook. So we've got those answers, those kind of things. We can also hook these in, and this is where the agent side comes in a little bit. So this is talking to an action. So we've got an HR system, and we're talking to that. So a common problem or common question that employees have is like, well, how many days holiday do I have left? And this will use an action. This is using Power Automate to go and talk to an HR system and pull that information out. And we'll get that back.
So is this an agent, or is this just a Power Automate?
This is a Copilot agent. This is a Copilot agent, but it's calling a Power Automate to get the information. All right. And then the information comes back to it, and it's just like a table of data. And the AI of the agent is then turning that into something which is more consumable by
user friendly.
Much more user friendly.
Yeah.
So there, so you're sort of applying the two together then, really.
Yeah, that's
fab. So then I can then ask it, who is off in May? Maybe I want to book some book that holiday. And it will then have another action, a different action, which allow us to see who is off in May. Now, actually, who's off in May? That's quite an interesting thing. So how does it know what to do here? So, May is actually the 1st of May, 2025 to the 31st of May, 2025. And the AI is doing that work to say, actually, I need a start date and an end date. So it's doing that work to work out what the user's meaning and then filling in the blanks. And so we've got Yvonne and Laura who are off in May.
Lucky things.
Should we try who's off for Star Wars Day? I think actually, unfortunately, because it's let's see what it does.
See what it comes up with. See if it brings back, say, everyone.
So no one's off on Star Wars Day, but it like if we looked behind the scene, it would pick out 4th of May 2025. And so who is off for Independence Day for our American audience?
Yeah.
And so let's see if we've got anybody there. But this is where, this is much more user friendly. Like if you think of sort of traditional systems, you'd have to go, right, that's the 4th of June 2025 and put that in. The AI is the agent is helping to just reduce that friction. And so we can do that. Coming into the another one, and this is now an agent process. We've got another Copilot, and this is around sales activity. Okay. And what we've got is a trigger. So this is what we use in the business. And I'm going to show my Outlook, which is probably a bit dangerous. Actually, no, I'll show my team. Let me do this. So if I go into chat here and see what we've come up with, and if I go into the sales team, and actually sales team into here, every Monday morning, I want to see which opportunities are coming up. And this is what the agent is doing. It is creating this email, which gives me a list of the opportunities which are due this week. And that is an agent trigger process. And then we could then action something from that if we wanted to do. But that's an example of where an agent comes in. There's a trigger, there's something happening, and then it starts the process. Within this Napoleon, which is a Copilot for sales, we can use it again a little bit like with the HR. We can use it to help. I'm going to just get it to sort of reset the Copilot just so we're starting a new conversation. We use it internally to help our sales teams get answers to questions when they're in meetings with customers. So we've loaded in all the services and products which we do, and then the sales team can ask questions. So maybe a customer's got a particular challenge that they're looking to solve. So we have a customer who is looking to improve their communication across the organization. What can we do to help? So we've got that. So we start a conversation, and Napoleon's going to come back, give us some responses about the services which we provide and how it can help them, and we can start that conversation. So now we've got a list of things we can do. So we continue that conversation, and eventually, the customer is like, "Oh, actually, I'm really interested in a Copilot for helping my teams find answers to their questions, a knowledge Copilot." And so again, within the chatbot, we can have actions around different things. So it might be, I would like to create a sales opportunity. Okay, and this will then talk to dynamics. This is a sales opportunity for Empower 5, and the contact is Natasha. Okay, and it will then use that information that's in there to go and create an opportunity. And fill out that information. And if I then go into dynamics, we'll see an opportunity with that information. I then might then say, right, now I want to create a sales proposal for and then and so we then provide in the details of the customer.
What's great is it's all done within your Teams window. So you're not having to go into Dynamics. You're not having to go into other systems. You can just do it within the Teams window that's accessing all the 365 applications and platforms.
Yeah. And we're getting like the list of the proposal templates and things. So, you can, get, it can be quite dynamic, and it then creates a Word document for that proposal. And so if I just drag that across here, you'll sort of get a pre-formatted template. And so these are the kind of things you could do. And then we could then use Copilot now to go and do more to fill out this proposal. We can Copilot Word and away we go. So that's just some examples. Is that helpful?
No, fabulous examples. Fabulous. So the